It's Good Friday and here I am in Derbyshire. I'm just walking the route of the Cromford and High Peak railway. Just in front of me is a quarry, which is one of the few still working. And the stone lorries just making its way out. That's the quarry face. Stone crushing and loading machinery. Factory in full swing. The track bed of the Cromford and High Peak Railway, which is now a cycleway, footpath and bridleway, goes off in that direction. And I'm heading back down this way, back through that tunnel to return to Middleton Top Engine House. I'm a bit closer in now and just entering the cutting. Another half a minute's walk and then it's through the tunnel, which is only a couple of 100 yards long. Okay, now I'm right at the tunnel mouth, inside the cutting, up and around the rocks. Now I shall make my way through. It's coming out the other end into the cutting. Just looking at the stonework. Dressed stone. And then as you get further in, slight change there. And then a bit further in it's all been reinforced with concrete and iron hoops. Now I'm coming to look a bit closer at this. Now obviously at some time there's been a bit of a cave in because behind these it's not concrete, it's actually boards, and there are just loose stones behind them and a small cavity. I've now come out from the cutting at the other end of the tunnel, the cyclists going through. And walk back to Middleton Top Engine House now. Just come through another small rock cutting. Off to the right hand side of it is another disused quarry. And the track now makes an almost straight line across a small embankment, and that chimney is the Middleton Top Engine House, which is where I'm heading for next. back by the engine house and another quarry, which is over there. There's all sorts of bits of metalwork sticking up, and this is obviously a loading bank. The top wall there, and then down in the hollow at that end there's some rail chairs which were standard gauge track. There's one there. And then on the top of the wall is the remains of a bit of narrow gauge plateway. So the narrow gauge trucks with the stone would be rumbled along the top and then tipped into the conventional railway trucks waiting beneath. Let's get a bit more view of this old quarry, which is a fairly small one. Unfortunately, the engine house with its magnificent rotative beam engine seems to be closed today, but up outside you can see the two boiler faces that provide the steam for the engine. And down here in front of me what look like some stone sleeper slabs. We see narrow gauge tramway ones there. And this is the actual top of the incline. The truck all connected up and waiting to be lowered down. See the engine house from the incline side of the truck. And there's the pulley that guided steel rope that pulled the trucks up and down. One Midland Railway coal truck waiting at the top. A long wait because there's only this short bit of track for it. This thing's obviously some sort of indicator as to whether the thing was going to be winched up or down. So it had to be winched down as well, under control of course, because as you'll see in a second it's quite a steep incline. There's no tracks down it at the moment. There's a signal there. Then down the gate, through the gate, and there's the incline. This box in the middle of the track with a couple of bearings in it would have one time had a pulley resting in it, which would have guided the rope as it started down the incline. And then underneath these metal grills, a bearing in the middle there, which gives an idea of the fact that underneath the grill is a large pulley wheel with a rope on it, but of course unfortunately the grill mesh means you can't see it with the camera. The rails on the incline bit are standard bullhead rail, but the piece down here in front of me is sectional fish belly track, just short lengths slotted into each other. There's the joint, and then the next one just slotted in and a bolt put through. back on the track of the Cromford and High Peak Railway, a little bit further on there, a place called Black Rock. There's another quarry over there. Down below me is the town of Cromford. Is that Arkwright's house, possibly? That's Cromford Mill. Cromford Wharf is there somewhere. Anyway, we'll carry on and see. This is the way the track goes down another incline. Time for another panoramic view from the Cromford and High Peak trail. There's Cromford down there. Arkwright's house, I think. Rocks. There's another footpath goes down there, but I'm carrying on along this way because I want to go down the incline to the Cromford Canal and Leaford pumping station. This is inside the winding house at the top of Sheep Pasture incline. Beam there across where the main engine, winding engine was. Steps up to the top. Some bearings for control rods and valve gear, no doubt. And the beam would have been up there. And this one was, I think, converted to electricity at one stage. And from outside there's the recess where the winding cable would have gone, and then under the track and then come out to be hooked onto the wagons to go down the incline, which I'm about to go down. This is the winding engine house from the outside. And then where the cable came out, same as on the one at Middleton top, only minus all the metal work. And the cable came, and the tracks would have been here. And on this wall opposite there's some pieces of brickwork remaining. Don't know what, whether it was held as signal or don't know. Don't know what it's all about, but there's engineering bricks here, there and everywhere. Now set off down the incline, which is 1 in 8. Stood by the catch pit, which is near the bottom of the incline, to catch runaway wagons. There's the remains of a wagon still in here. A few other broken bits and pieces on the ground. Difficult to see through this grating. It obviously worked. This is the catch pit viewed from outside at the top. You can see the size of it. There's quite a few wagons could pile into that without any problems with debris. That's the catch pit just behind me, nearly at the bottom of the incline. As it comes down and through the arch. From halfway through the tunnel, down to the bottom, and you find some railway wagons and the canal. More walkers head up into the tunnel to go up the incline. Down the bottom here there's another of these indicator thingies, same as at the top, to show whether it was hauling up, lowering down, or in neutral. Water gushing out of the hillside into a cistern, and this contraption is water storage because the trucks going up were counterbalanced with a water tank, and a tank full of water coming down. Assuming there were no other trucks to come down at the same time. This is Leaford pumping engine on the Cromford Canal, rather.